These are the three things that you're going to learn: divination, date selection, and destiny reading. For your information, okay, for your information, outside, most of the classes that are given, they focus on divination only. But I'm going to share with you date selection and destiny reading. Date selection and destiny reading, a lot of people, they also do not know that Qimen Divination can do this. They have no idea. So if you notice, most of the classes out there in the public, in any country, most of them, they only focus on this part of divination only. Okay, so you are getting a lot of values from this course of 6 months. That's why it's a 6 months course. It's not going to be a 4-day crash course, because I don't believe that 4 days crash course can learn this technique. You will take years to learn, definitely. The question is, how much are you able to grab the basic? I think that's more important. Once you get the basic correct, the rest of the day, you should be able to get all the things correctly done. Because why accuracy is important? Because I go through this process whereby it was not accurate, and I live in that kind of zone, and I don't want you to go through this phase of going through the mistake. And if you were to go through the mistake, you live in the zone whereby it's not accurate. I'm sorry to say that you will not be happy, and things will go wrong. I don't want things to go wrong. I mean, although I'm not a perfectionist, but I don't want bad things to happen. Okay, so for those people who wants to be in this trade, in this course itself, I also teach you marketing and branding and how to position yourself. That's something where, based on my marketing skill, I'm able to transfer this skill to you. I think this is something of a good value if you want to become in this industry. Of course, ultimately, you want to improve yourself, you want to improve your relationship, you improve everything in your life and your family and the people around you. I think ultimately, this is most of you are focusing on, which is very good. You see? So much so is, let's move on to the next page. Okay, let me do a bit of summary on this particular 3 different things. Some of you may not know what I'm talking about: divination, destiny reading, date selection. So let me explain very simplified divination. So for example, somebody asked me, do you want to get married to this person? Is it okay to get married? Then I use a Qimen chart to calculate, and then from there, I'll be able to give that answer. As simple as that. Basing on that particular time that they asked me, I use the chart, plot the chart. There will be a formation of symbols coming out from it. And from there, I decipher the information and give them the answer and recommendation. Yes or no, as simple as that. Or maybe like, for example, somebody asks you to venture into this business partnership, and you find that it's very exciting, but you're not sure. So you can ask me. Yeah, from there, I plot a chart. At that point of time, you ask me, and from there, I will give you an answer, yes or no. And at the same time, I also can tell you the reason why yes, why no, and what are the potential problems that may come in. Another example. 2 days ago, one of my friends who were with me, we were walking in the garden, we're doing exercise. Then he asked me, he got a job offer from these 2 companies. Which company should he go for? Then from there, I can, based on the chart itself, compare the 2 companies' location and the energy itself, which company he should go for. And divination can be as high as 70 to 90%, as depending on the person who is able to read the chart. Okay, but there's also one factor, human factor. Okay, if the prediction or the forecast itself is towards this angle, and it's recommended towards this angle, but the person do not want to go to this direction, then we cannot stop them. There is always a decision that you want to make. You follow up, the way you do things, we cannot change. We only give the direction. It's like a compass, the compass to go north, to go south, to go specific. Okay, I hear some noise. Just give me a second. Okay, I think we have one US guy who is, I don't know what happened to him. Okay, so anyhow, next we have this destiny reading. Destiny reading is like puzzle reading, fortune telling. So usually I don't want to use the word fortune telling because this sentence itself, it sounds so scammy, you know, whereby you read a fortune by a fortune teller and then it say, okay, you have your life is not good, you know, you have to buy this particular item, feng shui item, or maybe I will pray for you, the kind of activity, then you have to pay X dollar amount to get this done. That is how fortune teller is doing. Because but Qimen Dunjia, the way it comes about is very different, it's very scientific. We do not, technically, we do not involve in all the feng shui items. Technically, we don't. Okay, we don't believe in that also lah. But if you are involved in it, you know, you carry on with it, we won't stop you. But purely Qimen Dunjia, no, we are not involving in all these things at all. Okay, so destiny reading is like you read a person's character, whether he's good leadership, he's a good businessman, he's a good talker, whether he's just scammy enough, or is it a reliable person, etc., etc. This is basic information about this person. And at the same time, we can know the person's potential, whether he's a potential good businessman, whether he has good luck in, for example, gambling, in going to casino, in going to various stock market. We also able to have an idea. Or maybe this person is a very good leader, potential politician. We also can see all this. And Qimen Dunjia compare this destiny reading compared to normal puzzle reading. Normal puzzle reading is what they do is they use a 10-year cycle. That means your luck cycle goes up and down, something like that. But in Qimen itself, we can focus up to 1 year, 1 month, 1 day. It can be so precise, but the question is whether we want to go to the extent. Sometimes we can also go to every 2 hours if you want to. Usually I do that just to ensure that the best energy is surround me to have a better luck. I also share this information of the lucky number, lucky time, you know, to some of my social medias. Okay. Next, date selection. Date selection is actually quite easy. It's like you select the best time and best date to do something. Get married, for example. If you choose the wrong date to get married, I can tell you it may create problem. Things like divorce, things like health issue, or quarrel, etc., etc. There's a lot of things. If you choose the wrong time and wrong date, I'm sorry to say that not so great things will happen. Recently, I have a case whereby one of my students' grandmother passed away. So they did not choose the right time to bury the person. When I saw the time, I was so shocked. It was the best time. Okay, best time in terms of good timing. But when you bury somebody, you cannot choose the best timing. You have to choose the worst timing. That means in terms of the logic. So they choose the worst timing to bury the person, but they choose the best timing. So after that, a lot of things happen in the family. So, I mean, I don't want to go into details, but you know, if you want to know, we can talk about this separately. But choosing the right time to and the right date to do something is very, very important. Okay. So these are the 3 things that we'll cover in this 6 months of lesson.